In this Friday Rewind, we're talking UNA women's basketball action. We're going into the film room with UNA head basketball coach Missy Tiber to revisit North Alabama's win over NJIT, the regular season finale. And Coach Tiber, before we roll the film on this one, let's set the stage for this ball game. This was a Monday regular season finale. The Saturday before, you guys had gone down to Fort Myers and upset Florida Gulf Coast. We've already relived that dramatic win. So you look at all the circumstances entering this game. You're coming home to play a game after being on the road on Saturday. It's senior night. Could be some distractions there. And you have the emotions of the win on Saturday. What do you remember about the tone heading into this ball game?
And we also had the difficult travel. NJIT probably had more of the home court advantage. We weren't able to leave Fort Myers until Sunday. So we got up early Sunday morning and practiced, but of course it was easy to get them up. We were just coming off that emotional high. But going into the game in practice on Sunday morning, I was pretty intense and demanded a lot of focus from the team because we all know that you can come sometimes off a huge win and have a major letdown, and I wasn't about to let that happen. And I knew these seniors were not going to let that happen. They were focused and they were ready to go out on the right note for their senior night.
Senior night will be a big theme throughout this ball game, and a 1-point win against NJIT up in Newark just a few weeks prior to this ball game. So not a game you guys could really relax on. Don't want to look past the records, especially considering it was senior night.
Yeah, we had a rough night at NJIT. We had some players that were sick. Brittany and Olivia were both sick. I was sick. We were battling some stuff there. But we knew that they could compete with us. So we wanted to make sure we started the game well, and we sure did. There you see Ivy right away knocking down a long two, which got us started.
The seniors would set the tone. And here's a senior we're going to talk about a lot, Coach Brittany Panetti, stepping out for the three.
They were just completely backed off of her, and it was something that we'd been working on all year long, and she stepped out with confidence and knocked a shot down.
So we've seen two seniors make a play. And here's Emma Wallen, the school's top three-point shooter, getting it done defensively.
Going into the game, we weren't giving them anything easy, and we were going to be aggressive on the passing lanes, and Emma jumped it and finished the play.
Transition three, fourth senior in the starting lineup, Kenesha Colson getting in the hot shooting start.
It's just always so nice to see our kids buying in and running to their spots in transition and getting an easy shot.
And here's a backdoor feed to an all-freshman performer for NJIT. The Highlanders, pretty young. And then we're on the other end, the defense getting it back.
Yeah, just a lot of great help there. Messed up the possession before and kind of overplayed and got beat on the backdoor cut. But that time we provided good help side defense. And it's always good to see. There's Kenesha with a smile on her face on the defensive end of the court. That ball might have went off her.
Coach Tiber, how often did we see this? Ivy drives baseline, finds her sister Emma for three.
That's kind of one of our bread and butter plays. We had a nice backside screen there to set that shot up, and Ivy executed the pass really efficiently.
There's the fifth senior, Ainsley Eubank, off of the turnover. What about the ball movement here? Three different players finding the open shot.
I just love to see us move the ball. That's when we're at our best, screening for each other, getting to our required spots, and then just moving the basketball.
Again, ball movement, shot clock winding down, the awareness from Kenesha Colson to go right to the rack.
Yeah, very aggressive, going straight down the lane, finishing strong.
First quarter comes to a close, a defensive stand after the offensive output. Leading by 12, Coach, what are you guys talking about at this point?
22 points in a quarter is probably, we like to get at least 20. 22, we were pretty efficient. Probably just talking about not giving up anything easy. We gave up a couple easy little layups, overplaying, probably just being aggressive.
So Ivy Wallen opened up the game with a jumper. Here she is yet again. She'd have 8 assists in this ball game, but there's the school's all-time leading scorer setting the tone.
Really nice, just a pick and roll set coming out of the quarter break.
And then what about this defensive sequence on the drive? Another talented player in Danielle Tunstall. That was Olivia Noah.
That was just great defense, kept her feet, and then Brittany provided her some help, and then just look at us run, and then Noah makes the big defensive play and then gets the ball back. And that's something you always like to see. But that transition shows you the selfless play of this team has.
Ivy to Brittany Panetti. We saw the pass to Emma. We'll miss those passes right there.
We will. They made it kind of look easy. there. But when you're in your required positions and you train this hard every day to run our transition game, and again, just a bunch of selfless play from our girls.
Jada Bond right here is going to turn defensive back. And, Coach, for all the talk about the offense, all season long, the defense was there as well.
It was, and then the little step through there and a nice finish. Jada, she really progressed defensively as the year went on. I'm really excited to see what the future holds for her.
A mishap there from NJIT. And then here on the offensive end, this possession we're going to see here, Ivy will miss a three, but nobody quits on the play. Olivia Noah will stay with it, and it's going to result in another bucket for the Lions. Another look at Jada Bond laying it up.
Yeah, Olivia just hustles into the play. She tried to tip it, gets the ball back, handles it under control, and then we just keep moving the ball. I mean, our ball movement is really extremely impressive in this game.
We've seen Ivy feed off to just about every senior. Here she is right here. Another drive. Look at that pass from the top of the key. How tough is that, Coach?
Tremendous pass, and then Ainsley Strong with the and-one finish on the interior.
Again, this will start on the defensive end. Ainsley with the steal, and it's going to turn into a three from Olivia Noah here a few plays later.
Ivy just drawing the defenders, having them pinch, and you'll hear my girls talk about all the time, if you can make corner threes, you're going to win a bunch of basketball games, and especially in our system.
12-point lead at the end of the first quarter. The Highlanders, Coach, despite the offensive explosion, 7 points in the quarter. We'll talk a lot offensively, but again, defensively, what worked so well in that first half?
You know, I think we just made some serious adjustments from the first time that we played them. I thought we were a little passive defensively the first game. This game, you just see us being extremely aggressive. We're getting some steals. We're forcing them into some bad passes and some turnovers. You know, it's just, I think that was the big difference in the game, is that we were going to be the aggressors and set the tone of this game.
Heading into the second half, up 26. How do you keep the team from relaxing?
You know, that's always hard when you go into the locker room with a considerable lead, is just to keep things going. But, you know, we were relatively calm with them in the locker room, and we just wanted them to play free and not put pressure on them and just let them go out there and play.
Again, this exchange right here is going to start defensively here in just a moment. Off of the turnover, we could really just about call this defense the Purple Swarm. Brittany Panetti stepping inside. She'll get the block down here to get the transition moving once again.
She just had a nice block, and then she came down. Kanisha made her a real nice pass and led her to an easy score. Brittany did a good job sealing her man off. Here we have Ivy fighting inside, and there comes Kanisha over with the help side defense, and off we go running again. And it's so nice when you had someone like Kanisha that could immediately take the ball without an outlet pass, and when you just go in transition.
Third three of the game for Brittany Panetti right here. One of the school's best scorers of all time, Coach. We've seen her inside, but 3 times in this game she stepped out.
Just a lot of confidence from her. Just going into the game, just play. You're open, shoot the basketball.
Third quarter winding down. Here's Jada Bond sticking with it, running the floor for the layup. I know you have to love the hustle from the freshman.
You know, she just, like I said, towards the end of the year, she was one of our best players and just making plays for us.
Here's Olivia Graham leading the break. This time dishing out another great offensive flow.
Another easy basket by Jada Bond, just getting to the block position where we require them to be. Here's Ainsley cutting up the zone and an excellent exterior pass. Inside, outside work against the zone.
One more look. Ivy Wallen, 7 points, 8 assists. One final dish off to Brittany Panetti, who had a game-high 27.
Again, they were struggling guarding us defensively. They go to from man to zone, and Ivy just got inside the defense and set it up. And there's another easy three for JB.
Jada Bond scored in double figures in 5 of her last 8, and there's Sarah Suttle getting involved. It's good to see her coming off the bench.
It's good to see a lot of the players and what the future of our program is going to look like down the end of this game here. You can see we're not taking our foot off the gas pedal, and because that's our style. That's the way we play. We weren't trying to run up the score. We're just a transition team.
Coach, this ball game comes to a close, and then the celebration really began post-game, honoring the senior class. And A lot of the behind the scenes, so many young players, young people out there greeting the team, Coach. One final talk about the impact of these 5 seniors.
You know, we've been saying it, kind of hashtag them program changers, and that's exactly what they've been for us. And I can't say enough about them, just as not as basketball players, but they're better people. And that's why we were able to turn this program around, and they deserved every bit of this celebration. And they helped build what this program is today.
And the flip side, Coach, as we get ready for this upcoming season, I know there's some excitement about a lot of young talent coming through the program now.
And we're just really excited about what the future holds. Looking forward to getting back on the floor with the team, and it's going to happen sooner than later. So we're real excited. Got some great news yesterday that we'll be able to bring the team back and get them, you know, some summer work here in July. And I think that's going to be extremely important because half the squad is going to be new. But we're really excited because we feel like we brought in talented players, and we think we have some really good players coming back. And the returning players are going to have to embrace new roles and step up and be leaders, and allow the young kids to have that time to mature just like they did when they were new into the program. So a lot of exciting times. We still have a lot of growth to move with our program, and I'm a firm believer that we're going to continue to get it done.
The win over NJIT, UNA would get a win in the ASUN tournament as well. A great close to the chapters of those 5 seniors and their careers, Coach. Thanks for going into the film room with us on this Friday.
Hey, Ben, thanks for having us.